It's time for WarGames and our predictions for this Saturday's WWE Survivor Series WarGames live on the ESPN app, Netflix, if you're overseas, and as well as whatever pirate internet site you decide to watch it from. Fire up those VPNs as we get ready to see two WarGames matches. The never-seen 17 recently crowned Grand Slam champion versus Dirty Dominic Mysterios. The thrills, the chills, the mystery. Who returns? Do we actually get these WarGames matches the way they are set? We're going to talk about that all tonight and so much more. Thank you so much for everyone hanging out with us tonight. Dom, how are you on this evening? Or doing this evening, I should say.
Well, on this Thanksgiving Eve, I'm doing pretty good. Worked a little late. I had to get home for this. I can't wait for Saturday night to sit down and watch Survivor Series. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what transpires because there's a lot of different angles that can come out. A lot of different. There's been a lot of different theories and a lot of rumors and a lot of speculation on the Dirty Dom sheets out there on the web, and really anything could possibly happen. But we will see.
As Dom, go ahead, Dom. Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm actually doing great. I can't wait to talk wrestling.
Yes, as Dom so elegantly put it, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We're going live tonight because tomorrow is Thanksgiving if you're in the States. I hope you are all getting ready to enjoy your Thanksgiving meal with your family, your chosen family, what have you. And if you're watching this on the replay because you want to watch it the normal time, happy Thanksgiving to you. And I hope you guys enjoy your holiday and get lots of cool wrestling stuff on Black Friday, maybe. Make sure to hit up www.shop.com and see what kind of goodies you can get there. What's up, 88 Playmaker? How are you tonight? All right, let's start off while we wait for Sticks, because God knows where he's at. This is what happens when I let Sticks do the slides, because I feel like he wants to participate and do something, but then he just disappears because he's probably sleeping.
He fell asleep again.
Yeah, he's probably got a slumber going on.
Oh boy.
Let's talk a little bit about this John Cena tournament. And I know we talked about it last week, and I think I'm officially at who cares mode. I was at who cares mode last week, but where you called it and said, oh, well, they're not going to do heel versus heel. Well, that went out the window this week when we found out that Solo Sikoa is going to face Gunther in round 3. We thought early report was that Penta was supposed to win that match until his shoulder injury happened. Well, that's not the case. Now they're rebutting that and saying, no, Solo Sikoa was always meant to win.
Yep.
So they're always planning Solo Sikoa versus Gunther because, who asked for that?
I'm more surprised that I would have liked to see Bronson Reed versus Gunther. But also a lot of people on the web, on the low key, on the friggin' sites were saying that they wouldn't mind seeing Carmelo Hayes win and fight John Cena at the end. That would have been you would have gave him a chance to redeem himself for the shitty start in the WWE that they gave him. They buried him. They could have actually gave him some meaning.
Well, I think Carmelo Hayes officially arrived on the scene on a Monday night. He had a great match with Gunther. I believe it was a 15-minute match. It was really well done. He looked really good. Gunther did a great job putting him over, even though Carmelo Hayes did not pick up the win. But Gunther did a very good job letting him showcase, and it was very, very exciting. Yeah. But listen, I feel bad for Penta. It sucks that Penta's going to be out for a really long time. They're saying up to a year. He could potentially need shoulder surgery. I saw that it was with a dislocation. It came out of the socket. He wanted to put it back in and continue the match. That's pretty hardcore right there. But doctor stopped it.
Hey, I'm sorry. 88 Playmaker, the chick with the horns is Stephanie Vakir. Yeah, she's
Dom's like, don't disrespect my sweet, sweet lady.
God. Stephanie. Yeah, the whole John Cena thing really, it had a lot of promise.
Yeah, if WWE was going to do it, be fun.
I understand
16 people.
Yep.
You could have, like we were saying before, or last week, we had 16 people. You could have done matches we've never seen before, like Mike Santana versus John. Mike Santana could have been in it. You could have had. I was excited that Nick Namath was there. I was excited that Zack Ryder was there. Those are fantastic. But you could have had more NXT guys, not your main roster.
Well, you know what? No. Wait, this is what I were expecting. I understand. You had a couple of dudes from TNA. A lot of people were. Joe Hendry was one of the names that people kept saying that should have been in this match, in this tournament, which, he's not. Which makes no sense because other people are in the matches that are in other things too, and they're in the matches. Jey Uso is part of the Survivor Series, the good guys, and he's still in the tournament. You could have had Joe Hendry in there, but you know what? Give or take, you had Matt Cardona and you had Nick Namath. You had them in it, which was great. That to showcase them, to put them in there, and you have these NXT guys that are in the friggin' that are coming up, that are Trick Williams. You could have had, Trick Williams. You could have had him come up.
Yes,
he's finished. He is finished in NXT. He's on his way up to the main roster. You could have had him come in. You could have had, throw Ricky Saints in there, Ethan Page. You could have had those guys showcase themselves in it, even though they got other things going on. You could have had Hofemi. You could have had so much more from NXT, and you would have had a showcase that NXT. Oh, Devon Evans was awesome. Awesome. You needed more of that to make this really interesting. And not to take away from the Solo Sokoas and the veterans that are in this thing, the LA Knights and stuff like that, but we want to see some new blood. We want to see some high flyers, some action, some stuff with the guys that are coming up in NXT. You talk about all these guys that are going to make their way. These guys and girls are going to make their way into the main roster. You should have gave us more. And it sucks, and not to give spoilers for LA Knight's mystery opponent, and I'm not going to say it. Whoever saw it out there, who saw it already, the spoils are out there already. It's kind of lame. It really is lame to a point where that spot really could have been for someone more exciting. And not to take it away from the person that's in it.
It is super lame because you're right. It should have been new blood. It should have been a tournament filled with people who have never faced John Cena before. Gunther, you could still have Gunther in there because he's never faced John Cena before. But Solo Sikoa's already beat John Cena. Doesn't need to be in there.
He beat him in the
LA Knight doesn't need to be in there. Jey Uso doesn't need to be in there. I don't want to talk about it too much because we've already been down this road the last couple of weeks, but we're coming to the end of 2025. We are in November, quick, in the blink of an eye here in a few days, it'll be December 1st, coming to the end of the year. 2025 is going to be a rather forgettable year for not only John Cena, but for wrestling. How do you mess up John Cena's farewell run? Like, I feel like that's pretty easily booked. You mess it up with the ridiculous heel turn. The heel turn. You could define his year by two sections: before the heel turn, after the heel turn. And he was on a monumental run. The heel turn was fantastic, and then it just floundered. And then he had a shitty match with Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Then you run it back. Again, I said it last week. There should not have been two. People shouldn't have faced John Cena more than once. R-Truth shouldn't have faced him twice. Cody Rhodes shouldn't have faced him twice. Okay, he had a better match against Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. Then, you got your hits, his Randy Orton, your CM Punk, your the Brock Lesnar thing too. What a fucking joke that was to just squash him. and move on to
I know.
never do anything about it again. And, you know, yeah, you gave him the Intercontinental Championship, making him a Grand Slam champion. He's going to give the rub to Dom like a professional. Really, and ultimately in all this, it comes down to this last time is now tournament isn't even needed because the guy who's going to get that rub is Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is getting the rub, which he rightfully deserves from John Cena's retirement. It's not going to be Gunther. It's not going to be any of these other guys in that tournament. The real rub is going to Dominic Mysterio, and they're just kind of like, you know, trying to get your focus somewhere else and not really pick up that that's who the rub is going to is Dom.
Yeah. Pete is setting his picks for Survivor Series. Whenever Six decides to join us. Yeah. Definitely this is, you know, this is definitely Dom is getting the rub. You know, he's better benefit over everybody in this tournament. You know, he definitely is so over. You know, the fans boo him, they cheer him, they boo him, they cheer him. You know, he is definitely is tops on everything. Even if he don't fight Cena in this tournament, he don't need to because he's already got what it is to be a WWE superstar. You know, and the sky's the limit with Dom. You know, you keep going back. The heel turn was fantastic. The beginning of the heel turn was fantastic with John Cena, but then it just got lame. It's like they didn't know what to do with him. You know, they could have friggin' went out with Thugonomics. Him as Thugonomics come out as his old school theme. He could have came out with that, played that for a little bit. Then, you know, use everybody's move, like you said, to use everybody's move on them. And they also did it already. He saluted. He used people's ending moves, and he got a big ovation for that. But there was so much they could have did with Cena to take it even higher level.
It's just too safe. Triple H has played it too safe. He continues to play it too safe. So much so that, like, we don't even need to watch Survivor Series. Monday night showed us everything we need to know about what's going on. Really, you're trying to paint Brock Lesnar as this beast. And a few months ago, you have him rip his pants on SmackDown, and he's joking around about that. Then this week, he comes out and lands on his fucking head when he's doing his entrance, an entrance he's done 1,000,000 times. And as great as that was to watch in TV and has spun some fantastic memes and, you know, great things to come out of it, it's just been like WWE has kind of giving us a week of toilet humor. And I'm okay with that. Like, I love low-hanging fruit, low-hanging toilet humor.
Yeah.
And WWE really has given us a lot. Like the well-timed picture that are floating around of Logan Paul getting prime dumped on him after he's fed to the wolves, and it looks like they're all pissing on him. And Brock Lesnar falling on his head, and all the memes for that. And, you know, he's kind of like little brothering Braun Breaker a little bit when he puts his hat on Braun Breaker and then goes to the ring. It's fun, but it's also very, very safe. And I don't even really think I need to watch Survivor Series because I already have a pretty good feeling about what's going to happen. And I hate the predictability of it. Like, and I feel like in a world, they say you can't be predictable. There's no predictability left there's no unpredictability left in the wrestling business nowadays because the internet spoils everything. But that's not the case. You can still do things. You can hear what people are thinking and do the opposite, or like you hear people telling you your product is too safe. You got to do something to really reinvigorate excitement. And I just don't feel like they're doing that.
Well,
and their big push right now is WrestleMania single event tickets going on sale on Black Friday. And I think the overall opinion is pretty much like, who cares?
Well, you know, I could say this about Triple H and TKO. You know, they did change some things up. You know, the championships changing hands and not expecting certain things to happen.
But just that's like the laziest.
I know, but look, you're in a cycle right now where Cena's on his way out, and you kind of botched that up to a point where the tournament is kind of lame. But there are some people out there that are probably like it and excited for it. But we all know that Gunther's going to be the last man standing and he's going to fight Cena. Unless they go out of the way and they change it, because they have done it before, that you expect one thing and all of a sudden, boom, they give you something else. They're trying to play the card. Look, you got a pay-per-view. WarGames is always me personally, I like brand against brand. You have SmackDown, Raw, NXT. You should have a three-way battle, and have the three champions fight each other for supremacy of who is the top champion of their brand. WarGames is great. That takes every playmaker out of a big pay-per-view. You got the two champions on the same team. So that means there is no championship match in WarGames because they're all on the same team.
4 matches in this pay-per-view. 4.
4 matches. Let me tell you something. Survivor Series has never been 4 matches. Go back to Survivor Series past. Yeah, I had different matches. Where is you got the men's war game match. You got the women's war game match. You got John Cena fighting Dominic, and you have
Stephanie McCare versus Nikki Bella for the women's WWE.
Where's the tag team championship match? Where is the friggin' the USA, the Intercontinental Champions women's tag team match? Stop this shit, man. That's the problem. You're focusing on these 4 matches, but Jay Cargill should be in this. She just won the championship. You should have a match with Jay Cargill. Have her in it, defending her championship. It's Survivor Series. That's what the 4 pay-per-views do. You're supposed to have big matches. Championship matches. Again, the tag team championship should be on the line. The girls USA and Intercontinental championships should be on the line.
Why isn't the women's WWE championship, why World Heavyweight Championship on the line?
That's what I'm trying to say. Exactly. The big 4 should have all the championships on call. And it's bullshit because they are playing it safe, but at the same time, they're cheapening and they're freaking gypping the fans of what we should be seeing.
I think it's safe to say Triple H has kind of done to WarGames what Vince McMahon did to Hell in a Cell, and he's kind of overused it and kind of killed it. I personally think that this year's WarGames was gift wrapped to them, and they decided to take it back to the store and get a full refund, because you could have totally done a men and women's WarGames match. You don't even really need a women's WarGames match, but you could have done a man and women's WarGames match, WWE versus NXT versus TNA. I think they did their invasion angle with NXT and TNA way too soon. They could have totally done it here at Survivor Series instead of
on his way. He said he's sorry.
Instead of just what we're getting, because you've got no reason in the women's WarGames match. There's absolutely no build. There's absolutely no reason for these women to be going against each other. Like, it makes more sense for Nikki Bella to be in that match than it does for Charlotte and Alexa, because they had no beef with Asuka. Rhea, it makes sense for Rhea to be in there because she had beef with Asuka. Io, she has beef with Asuka.
What they could have did
Nikki Bella had beef with Asuka.
You could have had Jay Cargill. You should have Jay Cargill as part of that group. Could have had her as part of that group, and it would have made more sense. Because you have men championships, both. Listen, this is ridiculous. Think about this. Both men champions are in WarGames together.
Well, the only reason Cody Rhodes is in there is because Drew McIntyre is in there. So they had to throw Drew McIntyre in there to make it so that Cody Rhodes, the reason Cody Rhodes being in that match even fits.
You could have had something else. It's ridiculous. You got both champions on the same team. Don't even have a men's championship match. Come on. What kind of BS is that, man? You know, it makes no sense. And then on top of that, there's no war game match in there. I mean, no John Cena tournament match in there. You got to wait the week later, the Monday night after. Come on. 4 matches?
I don't care about the John Cena tournament anymore. I'm over it. We're done.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's going to be Gunther. I don't need to even watch the rest of the tournament to know that.
Because we already know what's going to happen on SmackDown because of the tapings already. But the whole fact is they should have had Jade Cargill. Yeah, when I was reading the Dirty Dom sheets, Jade Cargill was going to eye the Intercontinental Championship of Chelsea Green and try to become double champion. I take it because she's been the last 2 weeks. She had freaking confrontations with Chelsea Green, and Chelsea Green is supposed to have a ceremony in the ring on Friday night. You can't tell me that Jade Cargill is not going to come out. And that's the thing. You should have had that.
But why? Why? Because she is the champion, and she is the top of the mountain. She's at the tippy top.
She don't like Chelsea Green. She don't like because she's.
I don't care if she likes Chelsea Green or not. She's at the tippy top. Why does she need to go face off against Chelsea Green for that title to become double champ and lesser than herself? She doesn't. Why are you going to go from being the queen of the mountain to fucking with the mid card? It makes no sense.
I'm gonna tell you why. Who has all belts?
What are you talking about?
Sasha Banks has all these belts at AEW.
They don't care about Sasha Banks.
I know, but they want to do something like that. Give her some freaking gold. Double champions are big.
About Sasha Banks and what she's doing, they would have re-signed her she would have never went to AEW.
But I'm just saying. But the whole fact is
she
didn't want to come back to WWE anyway to begin with. They were going to offer her money. She didn't want to come back. She wanted to go do her own thing. But I'm just saying, WWE sees that they want to have something similar. Have Jade Cargill freaking goddamn getting all these belts. So
I mean, Saraya, formerly known as Paige, said everything that needed to be said when it comes to AEW and WWE when she said it's like comparing McDonald's to Burger King. Yeah, that's all you need to hear. Like, that's it. That nobody cares. AEW's out here doing Black Friday in AEW shop commercials like they're ESPN from the early 2000s. It's sad. There's no creative in that. There's no direction.
I know there's no creative, but this is what they think.
Having Sasha Banks go to every promotion and win their shitty mid-card title is ridiculous.
You could have Jade Cargill get the Intercontinental Championship, go over to Raw, grab the U.S. champion, try to grab Stephanie Vickier. Try to get these belts, make her like the entity, to make her the pinnacle of female wrestlers by getting the 2 champions, be like the Roman Reigns of WWE, have all the belts, and then friggin' go to TNA, grab belts from there, grab NXT belts. You have all these friggin' belts. You know, the possibilities that they could do with Jade Cargill, which, you know, I'm just putting it out there. I know it sounds absurd, and it probably is absurd, but the whole thing is that this is the way you have to get in the mind of what WWE and TKO are thinking. To cash in on other stuff.
Here's the other thing with Sasha Banks is they're not giving her the belt because she's the top of the cream of the crop of professional wrestling right now for women. It's because they get their promotion and their belt on TV. Like, if she was going to every promotion and winning the Women's World Championship in every single one of those promotions, that's a different story. But I shouldn't have said shitty mid-card titles because that disrespects that promotion and their titles. But she's winning their mid-card titles, and their mid-card titles are being put on AEW television.
Look,
right now, AEW is so all over the place. The only reason that they get relevancy is if that talent mentions WWE.
All right. You know what? Look, enough of talking about that. But the championship match, Jade Cargill should defend the championship on Survivor Series. There should have been.
Yes, I agree.
You know, you have Stephanie Vickier. Yes, you have that. But remember, Survivor Series is all hands on deck. All the championship matches should be defended on Survivor Series. It's bad that you have to skip. You have to have a WarGames match on Friday night SmackDown because you're building up a story that you can't put on Survivor Series. You could have had freaking Solo and the MFTs fight the Wyatts on SmackDown. It didn't have to be a traditional 5-on-5 like the freaking WarGames. It could have been something else.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the logic. I just don't understand. But Survivor Series used to be a big deal.
Survivor Series was really never a big deal.
It was a big deal. It's one of the top 4 promotions. It's the final of the 4. The beginning is the Royal Rumble, and the ending is the Survivor Series, the big 4. And you have all these millions of pay-per-views that are put in between now. You got freaking in Saudi Arabia. You got all these different these things now that you're bringing out all these promotions, and you're ruining the big 4 that actually were great, where families get together, sit down, and watch.
Survivor Series hasn't been like Becky Lynch said it on Raw. The last time Survivor Series was relevant was when Nia Jax punched her in the face and broke her face.
Yeah, no, so let me tell you something. Survivor Series, I always enjoyed Survivor Series. I always enjoyed the Survivor Series.
Yeah, maybe 80s, 90s, and up. But like I said, it has not been. Survivor Series has not been a relevant pay-per-view since the creation of the man. That's it. It has not been a must-see pay-per-view since then. Like, we're legitimately just doing the same thing we did last year in Survivor Series. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, the Usos. The only caveat is Cody Rhodes. It's legitimately.
Well, wasn't Cody Rhodes 2 years ago?
Match.
Wasn't Cody Rhodes with it was 2 years ago, but CM Punk came back. CM Punk has been back for 2 years.
It was Survivor Series last year where he was he came back to help Team Roman versus.
No, I know, but 2 years ago, that's when he came back.
Yes.
2 years
okay.
ago. Yeah.
2 years ago. But Cody Rhodes was in the WarGames match 2 years ago.
But I'm talking about it's the same team from last year's WarGames match.
Yeah, and also you got it was the same team when they were Bloodline too.
The only difference is they're not facing the MFTs.
And the only difference is that Sami Zayn's not on the team with the Bloodline.
Right. You're comparing apples and oranges now, Dom. But yeah, I don't know. But I felt like Raw this week, to change the topic here, felt like Vince McMahon was back in charge. You had, the whole midget thing for John Cena.
That was
shout out to Psycho from Micro Wrestling for getting out there and being Little John Cena. I think he did a fantastic job.
He did.
But
that was funny. I didn't expect that.
You had that. You had Brock, like we said, Brock Lesnar slipping and falling. It felt very Vince McMahon era-ish pay-per-view, or not pay-per-view, but Monday Night Raw, rather than Triple H.
It was fun. Brock Lesnar's having a great time, smiling, laughing. Logan Paul looks so out of place with the rest of the wrestlers.
I don't think so. I think he looks great in there.
He looks out of place. He looks like a freaking deer in headlights with them. But don't get me wrong. Like I said, he's going to get better, and that's scary because he actually is really good. Now, but I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, the show before the main event.
But I mean, okay, let's break this down. We're in a go-home show. The go-home show is usually there to get you hyped for the pay-per-view, right? To set up the final pieces before the pay-per-view. We don't even know why Roman Reigns is in this match. We don't even know. I mean, we don't even really know why Cody Rhodes
he's in the match because
in this match.
Half the team is his family. They were on his team bloodline. He's there to see how his investment follow through.
What? Okay, so what does that have to do with him? What does he gain from being in
That's why he's on the team. He's on the team because he don't like Punk or Cody. But he's with them because his family is part of the team.
So to me, that's a lame excuse.
I know, but that's what he said. That's what he said.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying that's a lame excuse. That's lame writing. That's lame creative. There should be more to it than that. Or because we went from at the end of SummerSlam, him telling, or was it maybe it was WrestlePalooza, him telling the Usos, I don't want to see you till Christmas.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he comes out of nowhere to be part of the Survivor Series team. Why? Oh, because I'm gonna return my investment on the Usos. What investment? You spent your entire time as the tribal chief telling them they sucked. Playing them against each other. Who's gonna be the tribal chief? Who's gonna be the number 2?
Well, I'm still think there's some story, some stuff that's gonna happen. Hey, look,
Jimmy Uso is the most ridiculous addition to this team.
He's getting taken out either Friday night or
I think he has to.
Or either the night of Survivor Series, he's getting taken out and someone's going to replace him. And I already said the replacement that but who's going to take him out? He's going to get jumped by Brock Lesnar and the gang and get beat up where he can't compete, and they're going to have to find somebody. It's either going to happen on Friday Night SmackDown on Friday, in one of the back segments, in the back, and that's going to happen, or before Survivor Series happens.
You're muted, Sticks.
You're muted.
Okay. That's what I said. It has to be something that they tape after the fact, where there's no crowd involvement.
Kind of like they did with the John Cena Brock Lesnar or the John Cena Logan Paul thing, where they filmed 2 different versions of it, and people who watched
Becky Lynch or Vacara thing there, where she took out Bailey. That was done off screen.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There's no build. They had more time between WrestlePalooza and Survivor Series to build this game. They kind of threw it all together in the last 3 weeks. More of the same that they've done all year long.
Yep. It's the same thing they've done all year long. They've got too many PLEs working for them.
Where I used to like AEW, I'm kind of turned off because they've become nothing more than just blood. Like, they literally have a blood and guts pay-per-view where it was just hours of watching people bleed like stuck pigs. And at some point I'm just like, all right, this loses all effect. And I don't know how many times I need to see a dude get stabbed in the head with a fork. Or John Moxley, trying to drown Darby Allin. And I want AEW to succeed because I want them to actually challenge WWE and TNA to make them better. I think they can all coexist just like WCW used to and ECW used to, but they make each other better when they're when they're around and they're in competition with each other.
Yes.
And there's guys that I absolutely love in AEW. MJF, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Orange Cassidy, Hangman Adam Page. The list goes on and on and on. Like, there's a lot of guys, Sammy Guevara. There's a lot of guys in AEW that I really, really like, and I wish the AEW product was better. But right now, I just find AEW to be absolutely unwatchable. So much so that their president Tony Khan had to go down the RIO that podcast, Ariel Hawani podcast, and basically give softball answers to softball questions. And, you know, professional wrestling, the last 6 to 8 months, really longer, ever since WrestleMania last year, it's been on a downtick. There's been no creative. It's all safe. It's all highly predictable. The John Cena stuff has been bad. We said it now. This last time and now in tournament is a joke. I want something to be excited about. As wrestling fans, we deserve to have something to be excited about. And there's just nothing there at all. And I don't feel like the go home show at Raw did any justice to help this Survivor Series. Like we as the IWC and wrestling pundits and everything like that complain about, why are we only getting 5-match PLEs? Like, why are we getting 5-match PLE? Now we got a 4-match PLE? Really? So what that means that each woman WarGames match is going to be 30 minutes to an hour alone?
Yep. That's what it looks like.
Where do we go leaving? So, Roman's going to leave again after Survivor Series, and we won't see him again till the Royal Rumble.
Probably.
Royal Rumble's in Saudi. Like,
he leaves. CM Punk is going to be carrying it with Cody Rhodes.
I think I think the logical next step is that this is going to be CM Punk versus Logan Paul for the WWE Championship, or not? Well, I should say World Heavyweight Championship. Well, and they probably do that at Saturday Night Main Event,
didn't he?
What?
He fought him last time.
He hasn't fought.
Yeah, he had the belt. Yeah. Who did he fight? Who did Logan Paul fight?
John Cena.
Oh, John Cena. Okay, John Cena. I'm sorry. John Cena. He fought John Cena. We're probably going to get that. Hey, look.
Hey, Christina. Happy Thanksgiving and holidays to you as well. But go ahead, Dan.
Hey, Christina, how are you? My thing is that you got to play it. They're playing it safe and doing what they have to do. But at the same time, some of these matches are like unbearable to watch because it's ridiculous. Like we're on the verge of getting Jey Uso versus Gunther. If it stays in the same path the way it's going, 7 times.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm fully aware.
So, look, there's got to be some. They got to throw a monkey wrench into this and turn it upside down. Stranger Things, upside down world, to make something different. To really throw that curve, that swerve, that's going to be like, holy shit. To make like, wow, this is interesting. But you know what? Because of the way things are going, it's probably going to play safe as a WrestleMania. And then restart. But like I said, there's so many possibilities of what they can do. I just don't understand why they don't do it. It's you have a canvas right now, a blank canvas, and you can do just about anything on that canvas right now. Because there's no restrictions. There is no restrictions. If you think about it, there is no brand split right now. There's no you can come and go, have all these players playing. You can make things really interesting. It should be interesting with Gunther versus Solo, but it actually would have been even more interesting if you had Solo versus Bronson Reed. You have the NFTs, you have the freaking goddamn Vision. You could have made crazy things happen. And I just don't understand that some of the stories that they're doing are really lame, and some of the stories they're trying to get up from the ground to make something out of it, make something out of nothing. And like I said again, the John Cena tournament, you had the verge of greatness right there, and it fell flat. Because, like I said, we all know Gunther is going to fight Cena to end Cena's career. But what if they throw a monkey wrench in that and it's not Gunther? And it's not Gunther. That would be like, oh shit, you know what? All right. I would be interested. Really interested.
I'll be honest with you, at this point, with the names that are left in the tournament, I don't give a shit if it's Gunther or not. I don't give a shit who it is. This tournament's been a failure. You had the option to make it exciting. That's the first thing Stick said in our chat when they announced this tournament was, wow, this has the potential to be really good. It's intriguing. Then you get the names. Who's going to be in it? Half of the fun was speculation. Oh, Jeff Hardy. Who else? Joe Hendry. Oh, yeah, he'd be good. Jeff, who else? Who else could be in this? Nick Namath. Matt Cardona. Awesome. Mike Santana. Yeah, let's do it. Javon Evans. Obafemi. Trick Williams. Ricky Sates. The list, Ethan Page. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. And who did we get? LA Knight. Fucking Jey Uso. Penta. Solo Sikoa. Finn Balor.
Which
the
Solo
Miz.
Sikoa, listen, Solo Sikoa shouldn't have been in the match because he defeated John Cena in WrestleMania.
Yeah, I know. That's what
he got props. He got props for defeating the GOAT and one of the biggest stages ever.
Yeah, the whole thing was supposed to be Cena facing someone he hasn't fought before.
Right. So
but why are these people in there that he's already fought?
Right, and the only one that's left that he hasn't fought before is Gunther.
Gunther.
They could have, and really, what did we get out of it? We got 2 TNA guys. Well, I wouldn't even call Matt Cardona a TNA guy because he's not contracted with them. So we got 1 TNA guy in Nick Namath, 1 independent in Matt Cardona, NXT. And 1 NXT guy, and the rest are main rosters. Every week on television, guys.
And the same, and all fought Cena before, with the exception of Gunther.
So again, I don't care about that tournament anymore. Nothing. If them swerving and making it not Gunther is exciting to you, that's great. But to me, I don't care because this tournament sucks. It's done. It's dead. Move on. At this point, I'm ready for Cena to retire. And as a massive Cena fan, I'm ready just because I'm tired of hearing about this tournament. I'm tired of talking about Cena's potential last opponent.
Another thing, too. I got to bring it up again. Where the hell is Dragon Lee and AJ Styles? They won the belts.
Yep, they're gone.
Where the hell are they?
I mean, hey, at least we got a wild Ivy Nile appearance this week on Raw, looking very good with her hair down and not pulled back where she's got a 5 head.
I don't give a shit, but she's still good.
No red, white, and blue.
Yeah, looking very good. But you're making your Intercontinental champion. You basically told the world on Monday night that Maxine Dupree is nothing more than an interim transitional champion because you've got her looking weak and scared against all these people coming up to her.
Yep.
To where you had to have Adam Pearce come in and and intervene when Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez are stepping to her.
We have a problem here, ladies.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
Hey, I like the part that that friggin' Raquel went to Pearce and said, "How the hell does Nikki Bella get a freaking goddamn shot at the belt? She just came here. Meanwhile, we're fighting here, and she gets a shot because she turned on her."
Fair question.
Yeah.
Fair question.
Mm-hmm.
Look, when we get to the predictions, when we get to our to the bracket, there's so many different things that can happen with Survivor Series. It's gonna have to be star-studded. It's gonna have to be surprise galore, and it's gonna have to freaking goddamn. It's gonna have to turn things inside out.
I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be lame. It's going to be a lame duck. I think we're going to go through and we're going to probably pick it pretty close. Yeah. Because I don't think I think the only surprise there's one match you can get a potential surprise in.
Well, listen, the one match, but I still think a match is going to be made for SmackDown.
SmackDown's already been taped.
I know
it's already out there.
But it's taped. But I still think a match is going to be made, and it's going to be mentioned tomorrow, Friday.
I think if a match is going to be made, it's going to be made during the pre-show on Saturday.
Maybe the pre-show on Saturday, or it's going to be said that it wasn't there. It was a late thing. Like there's going to be something that's mentioned. You're going to see.
Backstage, yeah.
That's what I think.
But that's the only way they can do it.
Yeah,
the only way they can do it.
All right,
they'd have to hide it from the crowd. So,
but before we get into the other stuff, just a little bit of news here. The wrestling world is in an uproar right now about some comments that were made by Becky Lynch. She was on Burt Kreischer's podcast with Seth Rollins, and she made some interesting comments about a certain WWE talent, and it sounded like she prefaced it by saying that he's no longer with the company, but there's a certain WWE talent that if you didn't sleep with him, he would gatekeep you, and if you did sleep with him, he would gatekeep you. Who do you guys think that she's potentially talking about?
And they're no longer with the company. Could be McMahon, Vince. Vince had a way with trying to sleep with other women on the roster. Who the freak? Let me see. Braun Strowman got taken out.
That's the other one. Mr. McMahon would be the only one I would think of when it came to that.
But you would think that, I don't know. I would think that if it was Vince, she would have just said Vince. Just kind of the way she coyly goes about it. And it was like Seth Rollins didn't want to say anything because he just kind of sat there and was straight up just shoveling food in his face.
I know he didn't want to say anything because he knows who it is too. And it's kind of like Liv Morgan is returning, but probably for Royal Rumble. But we'll talk about that. I don't know, man. Who could it possibly be, man? Who was released? Who's been released?
The only people in a top spot would have been.
And it's a top talent too. It was a top talent. She said.
There's the one name
top talent.
I see coming out of everybody's mouth and I don't want to throw any allegations out there. This is what I'm really saying is what I'm seeing online on posts from the IWC. But the name that keeps coming up a lot is John Cena.
Well, John Cena did have his share of women he slept with.
Is Liv Morgan returning? I think that
by the way, that little thing that the little promo they cut with the girl putting the lipstick on, that's for WrestleMania 42, and that's freaking Tiffy time. That's Tiffy. That's not the Liv. We'll talk about that. John Cena did have his share of women that he slept with, and yeah, you know what? You can see that. But how you. It's funny. How do you look? You come to freaking work, confidence up the ass because you banged all these chicks, and then watching them get other people have husbands now with other main roster guys and this and that, and you're in there and you're sitting there going, yeah, I hit that, I hit that, I hit that, I hit that, hit that. You all got my seconds. Type of shit. That's kind of crazy though. John Cena. I heard a lot of things about John Cena, but it could be John Cena. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who else it could possibly be. Like I said, I know Vince had his way doing get blacklisted. So you get blacklisted. Vince is the only one that can blacklist you and freaking set you aside if you don't do anything. He'll pump if you do something with him. he'll give you the reins. But if you don't see her on TV. So
it'd be him or one of his cronies like Laurinaitis or something.
Nah, not Laurinaitis.
So it was.
Same.
Hold on.
Laurinaitis, John Cena's supposed to be a stepdad that got divorced.
Becky Lynch came to the WWE roster in 2015, right?
Yes. And Vince was there.
So let's take a look at the 2015
roster, the guys.
Main roster of guys.
Okay.
Let's do the main roster.
Oh, not Adam Rose.
Alberto Del Rio?
Could be. He's another one. Billy Gunn. Hey, could it be from
Brock?
cousin?
We know Brock has a history.
Dolph Ziggler.
Wasn't Cesaro.
Yo, it was Jamie. It was Howard Finkel.
Nah, it was El Torito.
I thought it was Hornswoggle.
I think we figured it out. It's El Torito.
Yeah. It was Emma.
Jack Swagger? I don't think it was Jack Swagger.
It was Joey Mercury. Well, John Cena's right there too. Kevin Owens, no. See, Vince was there.
Road Dogg?
Yeah,
I don't think it would have been Road Dogg. I mean, he does have sway now, but I don't know how much pull he had back then.
It was Neville.
It was Stardust.
Definitely. Tyler Breeze. Xavier Woods.
I mean, Zeb Coulter?
Zack Ryder.
I don't.
Woo, woo, woo.
I mean, looking at this
Santino.
roster, there's only a few people that it could potentially be.
Exactly.
Oakland.
Nah, it was sexual chocolate, man. Mark Henry.
And again, this is purely just speculating on her comments. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus here, but like you look at the list of main roster talent at that time. Let's just look at the men. I mean, Adam Rose isn't there. He had allegations against him. Alberto Del Rio, we know Alberto Del Rio was a star at that point.
Barry Corbin? No.
He had some some sway. I mean, Billy
Brad
Gunn.
Murdoch. It was Brad Murdoch, man.
Potentially Booker T, Brad Maddox. Brad Maddox was in. Hey, Brad Maddox, I believe, was he not GM at the time? Or he was some sort of authority figure.
And that's when the video came out with him and Xavier Woods with
him and Xavier Woods and Paige.
Yep.
So what is it, Brad Maddox?
Chris Jericho?
Brock Lesnar was there.
Was Chris Jericho?
At the time. Bubba Ray Dudley. I don't think it was Bubba Ray Dudley.
Cesaro?
I don't think it was Jericho.
No.
It wasn't Corey Graves. Like, there's very few people on here that I think
it was Fandango.
Gold Dust. I mean, unless it was like
JBL,
Jamie Mercury or Joey Mercury or Jamie Noble, because they were there at the time.
JBL,
maybe right. JBL. I don't know. John Cena. Like, it's hard to pinpoint.
Well, John Cena, like I said, if you look at all the women that John Cena was, go to the women that John Cena was with. Just go on that.
Mickey James.
Freaking.
Like we're playing Guess Who.
Victoria. I think he had something with Victoria.
I don't think it, just for the record, I don't think it was John Cena.
No.
John Cena has dated several female wrestlers, most notably his former fiancée, Nikki Bella. The other female wrestlers he has dated include Lisa Marie Victoria, Mickey James, and AJ Lee. But it just I don't think it was Cena, Nikki Bella, because I don't think AJ Lee. AJ Lee would have said something about it. Mickey James, I mean, that one's been pretty documented. Yeah. I think Cena. Cena's the big name I've been seeing, but I don't think Cena. Throw that one out of there.
Go to chat. Was it Chat APT?
Chat GPT.
Yeah, GPT. And go on that and see. Who was Becky Lynch talking about?
I don't think Chat GPT is going to say.
Hey, Chat GPT might say it.
It'll come out. It's going to come out in the news cycle in the next couple of days or weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Cena. I mean, honestly,
it was Alexander Wolfe.
I mean, honestly, if you look at it, I'm leaning more towards just strictly going off of.
I should go out. Alberto Del Rio, girls wrestler he dated.
Alberto Del Rio. And I'm just going strictly again off of like what we know about these people and what they've been accused of. And so yeah, like I believe were there accusations against Adam Rose at one point.
There was.
Not to say that he was in any position of power to.
So apparently, it was a superstar that actually had power in the WWE.
The most notable, like the only one that he really dated was Paige.
Okay,
it's the only name that's coming up for Del Rio. But I mean, given, like I said, I've said 3 times now, just strictly going off of history and what we know now, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't remember what Adam Rose's allegations were.
Neither.
Or Adam Rose allegations. There are multiple individuals named Adam Rose who have faced significant allegations. The most prominent case involves a former WWE wrestler and a New Jersey man arrested in early 2025. Adam Rose was involved in 2 sets of legal troubles, domestic violence arrest, prior allegations, and a separate case involving a different victim reported from 2017 to 2018. Detailed horrific allegations, including claims he choked his wife until she was unconscious, related to relentlessly beat her, threatened her with a gun and a knife.
Jeez.
Her dog. Before he was arrested, he was serving a 60-day suspension for a secondary violation of the WWE wellness talent wellness policy. All right, so okay, so yeah, there's some crazy stuff. So Adam Rose could be there. Alberto Del Rio, after we know what his relationship with Paige. Who else? I mean, of course, Vince McMahon wouldn't surprise me. Brad Maddox, because of his relationship and the sex tape between Paige and Xavier Woods. Then you have Brock Lesnar given the Janelle Grant stuff, and we know that Janelle Grant was used
who he's dated
as a bargaining chip to bring Brock back. I mean, really, nobody else here. I mean, Jamie Noble's still with the company. So is Joey Mercury. Joey Styles is no longer there, but I don't think anything. Jerry the King Lawler. I don't think Lawler had that kind of pull. Bradshaw. I don't know if Bradshaw had that kind of pull, although Bradshaw has been in hot water for allegations, but his are more more so views than anything else. John Cena, I don't really know. it's hard to narrow it down. But she does say he was a big time superstar.
Yep.
And she says that Burt Kreischer most definitely knows him. And Seth Rollins just continued to. Oh. Ric Flair?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't want to sit here and throw allegations out of people, but I'm like, it's hard. It's hard to pinpoint. I mean, Zeb Coulter, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know. But I'm sure it'll come out in the wash of who Becky Lynch was talking about and referring to. Very interesting comments to make, though. But yeah, it was kind of funny that Burt Kreischer just automatically went to Cody Rhodes. But all right, what do you say we talk? It looks like you got two things down there, Sticks. What have you got for us tonight?
Yep. Tournament, or you want to talk Survivor Series?
Let's talk Survivor Series first, and then we can talk the John Cena tournament. Because we kind of already touched on the Cena tournament.
Yeah, Pete got his picks in too, so he put his own picks.
Pete's picks.
Pete's
Okay.
picks.
All right, I'll grab those after.
Are you going to actually grab them, or are you going to Sticks grab them? Or you say you've grabbed them, but not grab them, and then give Pete a bunch of points he doesn't deserve.
Exactly. You gotta do Steiner math.
Okay. Why isn't this showing up? Did it not yet? Try it again. Let me hit the button again.
Sticks. He's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
Well, then no one can. Can you add it? It's not adding.
It's on there. It's on the screen for me.
Oh, okay, there it goes. Well, now it is for me. And I'm lagging really horribly tonight. So
what else is new?
What else is new?
Somebody,
I'm just waiting for it to...
please, for Black Friday, help
Figure
Sticks get
out
better
my
internet.
Please. We're doing a Kickstarter. Please get
I'm going to use
my
my start using my hotspot for my phone. See if that thing. I have a feeling the wiring in my house.
Hey, Playmaker, no, it's not on Netflix. It's actually on ESPN.
That's not true. It is on Netflix if you have a VPN.
Oh, a VPN.
If you have a VPN, you can watch it on Netflix.
Yes. The
Otherwise,
yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Well, and we don't know where Playmaker is. If Playmaker is in Canada, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
If you're anywhere but America, it's on Netflix.
Yes.
If you're in America, it's the ESPN app.
ESPN.
Yeah. All right. Well, while I wait for it to load up on my screen, I'll see if I can't move it along here. First up, I had the
Women's World Championship match: Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki
I can't
Bella.
see it. There we go.
Okay. If you don't mind, Matt, you mind if I step in with this?
Go ahead, Dom. You don't need to ask. Just go.
No, when I ask. So, I definitely, Stephanie's keeping, but
Yes, it's free if you have ESPN. No, ESPN Plus is different. You have to have the ESPN app. ESPN Plus is different. I think it's like an additional part of the app, but it doesn't offer WWE stuff.
Isn't it $20-something, $29?
$29.99.
Yeah, $29.99. Yeah, Stephanie is dreaming.
Yeah.
So part of me is saying that Stephanie's definitely going to keep. Also, part of me wants to believe that that Nikki's going to get help from her sister Bree. She's going to show up and help her win the championship, because there's a lot of rumors that her appearance with Raw did not go good with the crowd last week or the week before, that people weren't, the crowd wasn't that like, oh my God.
They weren't. They were chanting John Cena left you.
Yeah, I know. They were but they were but I'm just saying the fact is with Stephanie McKeer that they're saying that that they might be second thinking about her with the championship for now. Get it back later on. I don't know. But I'm going with Stephanie McKeer because you're gonna have Nikki get this heel turn. You're gonna have her get this heel turn for like 1 and out, and she's gonna keep going after freaking Stephanie and have like freaking three fights with her. That's gonna be the freaking feud for 3 pay-per-views. You got to deal with that, or it's gonna be she's gonna take the belt off Stephanie with the help of her sister, Brie. You know what? I'll go. I'm gonna go. Definitely go out overboard on this and say that Brie is gonna come out and help Nikki, and she's gonna win the belt off Stephanie. Yeah, I said it.
Okay. All right.
I like where your head's at, Dom, and I'm learning my lesson. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, that's not gonna happen. I don't see Brie coming out though, because I think as long as Daniel Bryan is a pivotal part in AEW and he's actually on the commentary team too, I don't think WWE is going to bring Brie back to television.
I know, but
I think this is a feud that's gonna carry over. I don't think they're gonna to have Stephanie, because this is Stephanie's first title defense, right? Am I right or wrong about that? Second? Who did she fight previously for it? Roxanne Perez on was it Roxanne Perez on a Raw or something?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Perez.
Forgive me. It's like I said, it's been crazy. I don't think they're going to take the belt off Stephanie yet and put it on Nikki. If they do, the only way I see it happening is, like you said, with outside interference from Brie. There's not a whole, really, what's Nikki's reason for the heel turn right now? Oh, because I don't want to get left behind. Newsflash, this division left you behind a long time ago. Like,
I know,
I love Nikki Bella, but she doesn't work or fit with this era of women's wrestling. And I think in pure athleticism, Stephanie wrestles circles around Nikki. Don't flip me off, Tom. Don't flip me off just because I'm not agreeing.
No, I'm not. No, it's enough of you. I'm just
flipping me the bird down. Look at this. Just flipping me off.
Listen, no, I know. I understand your logic. I really understand your logic, and and I want to believe that. I want to say, because the way WWE is doing things, they're throwing curves now. They're trying different things. They're trying to get the pop out of the crowd. They're trying not to have a stagnant freaking show when it comes to certain situations.
But they're also about money. And so
it's about money. I know. And Stephanie, look, believe it or not, yes, Nikki Bella does not fit in this era of girls, but she still is a popular wrestler.
Enough, yeah. And she's a Hall of Famer. And
yeah, she's a Hall of Famer, and she does sell merchandise. And like I said, Stephanie McKeer is the hottest thing in all the wrestling. But if you think about how much hotter she will get, she loses the belt.
I think this is her first title defense, because the only other person she wrestled was at Crown Jewel. She wrestled Tiffany Stratton, and she beat Tiffany Stratton at Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel, that's a title defense too.
Well, technically,
I know that for that thing, but I think it will give more credibility to her. She loses the belt to Nikki Bella and make her a better wrestler, chasing Nikki Bella to win that belt again off her. And I think, you say that Daniel Bryan with AEW, yes, but Nikki Bella and Brie,
bye sticks.
Nikki Bella and Brie have already said they have one more run each, and they want to do it together. So I would think that you get a surprise appearance of Brie helping Nikki win the championship, and then you could have that rivalry where Stephanie Vakir has to go after fight both sisters, and you make her a better wrestler, even though she's a great wrestler, fighting legends. That you put that on her resume, and you know what? It's you know what? And I'm not going to say it's far fetched because anything is possible now.
You're right. You're 100% right. Anything is possible. The only reason I find it far-fetched is just because Stephanie is a far superior technical wrestler than Nikki. So what does Stephanie gain or learn from Nikki Bella? Nothing. I don't like Stephanie she was the double, champ in NXT. She came up and she's the women's heavyweight champion in WWE. Like Nikki Bella's only ever been the Divas champion and a tag team champion.
Okay,
so it's like,
and that's what I'm trying to say, that you put the championship belt on Nikki because she's only got one more run, and you have her hold the belt for a little bit. Stephanie chase her, and then eventually in the next big, like Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, you have Nikki Bella fight Stephanie Vakir for the championship, have her win the belt again, and it'll be extra friggin' whipped cream on top for the championship with a cherry on top, making her even better. That's what I'm saying. And I understand where you're coming from. And guess what? You know what? You're 100% right. I could be blowing smoke out my ass.
I don't think you're blowing smoke. I think it's intriguing. It's an intriguing thought.
No, and I'm just saying. So that's why I'm kind of like really bet on it because, you're gonna have Nikki Bella come back, turn heel, and lose, and then she's gonna be freaking haunting Stephanie at a time and fight her again, and lose, and fight. Come on. The best way, have her take it straight off her. That fight, she was off. She got beat by a diva who was the one that opened the door, paved way for all these women. You could have her come out and go, you see, I told you. You could not only open the door with Stephanie, the other women too, and that could open the door for Paige to come in. Sarai down the road. That she had beef with Nikki Bella down the road, and have Stephanie won the belt. She already made a mark with the belt for the little bit of time she had.
I don't think she has though. I
know, but
she really has.
She's the first run
been handed.
The first run just happens, and then she can go on and have a longer second run. I don't know. It's just me. I know I'm just thinking outside the box because the WWE is trying to think outside the box now too when it comes to things. And if that was to happen, I don't know. We'll see.
I think I honestly think like the only way for Stephanie to lose this match and it not hurt her would have to be interference.
Yeah,
that's the only way, because you take someone the caliber of Stephanie and you have Nikki Bella beat her clean, you essentially bury Stephanie.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. You have Brie come out and help Nikki win.
But I think Stephanie's going to retain as well. I'm going to pick Stephanie.
You got Sticks.
All right, so I'm taking Stephanie to retain. I have interference coming in, but not from Nikki's sister. I have Judgment Day coming down because they're pissed because Raquel is pissed because she skipped over her. I think that's gonna cause something between
Raquel is pissed or Roxanne is pissed.
No, freaking Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah,
remember she came out to talk to Pierce.
Yeah, Rodriguez. She gets skipped over.
Yeah, but okay, you know what? That could be, but I don't know. I think there's something bigger with that coming. I think Liv is coming back, and it's going to be more of a battle with Liv.
Sure, Liv's coming back, but
because
in the meantime,
I don't think
do something with these girls.
Yeah, right now I actually think Raquel is going to be helping freaking Roxanne try to win the Intercontinental Championship off of of his girl. And
Yeah.
I think that's going to be more important. And then when Liv comes back, it's going to change things around. But that is a good theory, too. That's good, too. That's
Well, why bring it up in a even if it's a small segment? Why bring it up?
Yeah.
Remember, everything on
your-
WWE's TV
That's your seed
happens
plant
for a
right there,
reason.
Dom. Yeah. You got to plant a seed somehow, and small of a seed that it is, you hope it blooms, I guess.
true.
So there you go. That's my pick. That's my pick for this one. All right, let's go to the next one here. Then I put the women's WarGames, Team AJ versus Team Becky.
I'm going to take Team AJ to be victorious on this one because it furthers your feud of. I really think that they took the belts off of Charlotte and Alexa to put them on Io and Rhea. So you have the Kabuki Warriors. Every time I say Alexa, talking about Bliss, my Alexa in my office goes off. I'm just gonna say Bliss. The reason you take the belts off Charlotte and Bliss is so that you can put them on Io and Rhea, and the best, most plausible way to do that would be to put them on the Kabuki Warriors first, since they're feuding with Asuka and Kairi, and have them beat Asuka and Kairi for those belts at some point. I think this does a good job of setting up Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for Royal Rumble, and a match that does not need a title whatsoever. And it also sets up Lash Legend and Nia Jax versus Charlotte Flair and Bliss, because you had Nia Jax bringing up the whole best friend thing. So I think the baby faces go over in the women's match. Especially by what we talk about. SmackDown went off the air. The babyface team got wiped out on Raw. The heels were standing tall.
Yeah.
So I think
usually when
means,
when the one team stands tall, the other team is going to be victorious.
I think that means the babyfaces are going to pick up the win.
Let me throw a monkey wrench into this whole thing. That could be true, but what if there's a situation where you have someone betray the good guys, and not just someone's? Who's to say that Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair both become heel, and they take out Rhea Ripley, AJ Lee, and Io Sky? Sets up the fact is that Charlotte, if you look at the thing when Charlotte was in the room with Rhea, when Rhea said, "Can I trust you?" and she's looking, "Can I trust you?" and they're going back and forth.
I mean, I would see that if you were going to set up a Charlotte Flair Rhea Ripley match.
I know, but not just her. Alexa Bliss becomes a heel too, because she does her best work as a heel. And you know what? I'd say, we'll turn it upside down. The heels take it because of Charlotte and Alexa.
Interesting theory. I don't see it, but we'll see how that plays out for you, Dom. I think you're trying to think too far out of the box now.
I don't know. Hey, listen, try something,
I mean, I appreciate you throwing shit against the wall and see if it sticks, but I think I just don't know why that would.
I want to see Lash Legend fight Jay Cargill. That'd be an epic fight. Because Lash Legend, she is a Amazon beauty. She's huge.
She is very beautiful.
Yeah, she is very beautiful. Exactly, man. And it's like that. The way she manhandles freaking Io Sky. Io Sky's like a freaking a child. She beat the shit out of her, clotheslining her, picking her up. Holy shit!
I think too, AJ being in this, you're not gonna have AJ, Rhea, and Io lose in this match.
You know what? Listen, it only entices the thing more with Becky Lynch, because Becky Lynch is putting on her best Donald Trump. when she was outside when she was talking to the heels, and she was saying, because you're good, but I'm better. You know, she's telling everybody, but I'm better. You know, and she really.
I mean, you essentially right now have Becky chasing AJ, not AJ chasing Becky.
Look, yeah, but now you would have to if that happens, you would bring more heels into the fold.
Well, but you got to think about storyline and character work as well. And when they have, Becky Lynch in this whole conspiracy with Adam Pearce and Jessica Carr, the referee, and AJ coming out interfering, like AJ beating Becky and pinning Becky in the middle of the ring for WarGames furthers that feud.
No, but she already pinned her at the with her husband.
I know, but it furthers that feud of.
No, AJ. So think about it. Becky's not gonna get pinned twice by AJ Lee.
I think she will.
I don't know, man.
Eating a pin from AJ doesn't do nothing to Becky.
I know, but she already ate a pin by her already, so I don't think she's gonna lose again like that. That's why I see the heels taking this.
What do you think, Sticks?
All right, so I got AJ's team winning. I think Becky's team is too unpredictable.
Nice Sticks. Very thought provoking.
Yeah, I liked. As we saw in Raw, Becky's team isn't even on the same page. Becky's like bullying them the whole time with backhanded comments, and I think that's going to cause dissension in that team. Something in the match, and I think AJ's team's going to take it. I do agree that it will Kabuki and the Rhea Io Sky match is probably going to end up happening at some point, and the AJ versus the Man probably at Royal Rumble. That'll be the next pay-per-view.
I don't know. Do you think they try to push that feud all the way to
Elimination Chamber?
WrestleMania?
Elimination Chamber.
No,
well, Elimination Chamber will be that'll be when it kind of amps up, because you get them all into the chamber.
Yeah, like, do you have it like, Becky eliminates AJ in the Royal Rumble, or AJ eliminates Becky in the Royal Rumble, and then you have it,
I think Becky would
Chamber
eliminate AJ in the Rumble. Yeah,
Becky will beat and eliminate AJ in the Royal Rumble, and not Royal Rumble, but Elimination Chamber, and then it leads to a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. Do you think they slow burn that feud all the way till WrestleMania?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
There's no belt. There's nothing on the line. It's just them two fighting. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you add some stuff. You add some more intrigue in the.
I mean, that does not to say you couldn't put a belt. You couldn't put either Jade Cargill or Stephanie's belt on Becky.
So, look, how about this? I think we're gonna come to the end of Becky and AJ. That's gonna start boiling over soon. I'm telling you, if freaking Nikki Bella wins the belt, AJ Lee can go after the belt with Nikki Bella.
I don't know how long.
I'm just saying down the road, because remember, Nikki Bella, you become the champion, you get in everybody's face.
But this is so much more than a championship belt with AJ. Like, Becky put hands on her husband. There's just more at play than just belt chasing.
The fact that it's getting to a point where, all right, enough's enough. This is the other pinnacle point right now. You have WarGames. That's what I'm thinking. AJ Lee already friggin' pinned Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is not going to get pinned again by AJ Lee.
But how many times have we seen? How many times have we seen Cody Rhodes pin Seth Rollins?
I know.
And he still hasn't beaten Cody clean.
But he actually did the watch and mean thing. He did kind of clean. But the whole fact is that you might get a cheating move where Becky wins.
The watch is cheating. That's not clean.
It wasn't a watch. The watch, you can't come on. The watch ain't gonna do that much damage to somebody. It's not brass knuckles.
And again, but he cheated to do it, so it wasn't clean.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I'm just a little known guy who knows a little something about wrestling once in a while. I don't know.
But okay, I don't know. Do you know where he's going with that stick, Scott? I don't know where.
Hey, I'm just saying. The whole fact is, I'm just saying that, I don't see.
Listen, he used a foreign object to get over on that match. That's the cut of it.
That's cheating.
That's cheating.
No, it's cheating.
Doesn't matter.
No, it's
doesn't
cheating
matter if you think that Rolex is going to hurt.
If the referee sees, it's cheating. It's not cheating if you get away with it.
It's still cheating. You just didn't get caught.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
If you sleep with another woman when you're married and your wife doesn't know about it, it's still cheating.
No, it is cheating, but you're not caught, so it's okay.
Okay. You heard it here first. Dirty Dom's advice. His words of wisdom are
slap to come in.
His words of wisdom are: cheat on your wife. It's okay if you just don't get caught.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great holiday message for everyone.
Everything.
I'm just saying, but the whole fact is that in the world of wrestling, if you don't get caught, it's not it's not legit. So you win. Cody Rhodes
in the record
that's
books.
Alexa Bliss, 88.
Cody Rhodes kept the championship belts from McIntyre because he hit McIntyre in the head. He cheated. That's how he kept.
He did. Belt. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So, and that's a babyface cheating to win. So, anything's possible in wrestling. So I'm just saying.
Is that BK?
Oh,
I think it is.
Thanks for the shout out, brother BKL Sports Entertainment Show. Appreciate it.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
How far is the South Bronx from you, Dom?
I'm in Lower East Side now, so I'm not in the Bronx anymore. So when I was living in the Bronx, I was in the part of the Bronx. I was in the east side of the Bronx, so I kind of it was 45 minutes from now to get to work. So in Times Square. But now I'm living in the Lower East Side, so it's about the same thing. The South Bronx, South Bronx ain't bad. It's actually getting much better. Lot.
Zaggy abandoning that account.
All right.
Appreciate it. We're good on that one. As part of the sports entertainment family, as you know, I know everything in wrestling comes between AEW. Okay.
Beautiful. All right, let's go to the next match. Now that Dom's got us in the weeds. All right, Intercontinental Championship match: John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio.
Dirty Dominic Mysterio wins to retain the Intercontinental Championship. This is, like I said a little bit ago, the rub. This is the John Cena rub that last Time Is Now tournament is supposed to give, and it's not. John's going to give that rub to Dominic Mysterio. And Dominic Mysterio wins the belt back with the help of, drum roll, please. Who? What is her name? Yeah, I think she's a pretty little blonde. The name escapes me. Little drum roll. Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan makes her shocking return at WarGames to help Dirty Dom win back his Intercontinental Championship.
88 playmaker, Eddie Guerrero's son. That's what they say.
Yes, Dom is really Ray's kid. Yes,
it is really Ray's kid, but they play as Eddie Guerrero's kid. All right,
they're still playing that.
I'm with you, Matt. When it comes to Dirty Dom winning back the Intercontinental Championship, but I'm not with you with the Liv Morgan thing. I actually think El Grande Americano is going to help him win the belt back. Because remember, he has to team up with El Grande Americano that against Penta and Ray Phoenix in AAA. But we don't know if it's going to happen with Penta's injury, how bad the injury is. I know it's like more of a bump, but
it's interesting.
For the BKL Sports Entertainment Show, it says between these two superstars was quite interesting, but very easy. I could see John Cena will retain as Intercontinental Championship and champion until Saturday Night Main Event. But my question to you goes, why would they put the belt back on Gunther? He doesn't need it. Like, I don't think you were in the chat when I said it. Like, there's nobody left in the John Cena tournament that needs this rub.
Nope.
Dominic Mysterio is already kind of being groomed as that next big thing, and he's the one that's going to benefit from the John Cena rub. That's why he's fighting John Cena twice, and him dropping the IC title back to Dom to put on somebody else like an AJ or a returning Sheamus when he comes back from injury makes more sense than John Cena dropping the belt to Gunther, who is already the longest reigning IC champion and doesn't need it.
This is what I think is going to happen. I actually think Dom will win it. El Grande, the Judgment Day will come down to try to help. With that, Sheamus will definitely help, even though he's injured, help John Cena try to retain it. But Dirty Dom is going to win because El Grande Americano is going to help. And that's where we'll get the twist where you'll have El Grande Americano helping, and then later on he's like, listen, I helped you win the belt back. Now I want to challenge with you.
So you're essentially stealing my idea from months ago with the
now I'm saying it's actually going to come. It's going to happen now. Because I don't actually think they're going to actually fight now. I don't think that's going to happen with. I don't know how bad the injury to Penta is. Even though
it's surgery,
separated shoulder, I think
6 to 12 months.
Okay, he's out. So that wrestling match in AAA is probably not going to happen. They're not going to have that against the them right now. So it kind of sucks. And you see that, and that fall on his shoulder didn't even look like a bad fall.
Well, like I said, the story is Penta
he
won.
Came down flush on the shoulder.
Brother BKL Sports says, don't forget if there's a replacement, it could be either way. If Jey Uso is entered, I could see that, or if the Miz is entered. Well,
yes.
I mean, if you already know the SmackDown spoilers, you know who Sheamus's replacement is.
Miz.
And thanks, Dom. But again, it's his final match is going to be against Gunther. It's the only logical choice. Like, Gunther's the only person left in this who has not faced John Cena.
Wait, LA Knight didn't face John Cena?
I thought LA Knight faced John Cena on a SmackDown.
When?
I'm
not too long
pretty
ago.
sure LA Knight's faced John.
Hey, Google, did LA Knight ever fight John Cena?
Sorry, I don't understand.
She doesn't understand.
There you go. That's your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google never understands anything. I thought he fought him in June or something like that, but maybe not. So we don't have too much dead air here. I've got. I kind of agree.
Hey, good question. Here's the deal: LA Knight and John Cena yesterday have shared the ring, but they have never one-on-one singles match. There you go.
All right. I've got Dominic Mysterio winning. I don't think Cena will take the belt into the tournament to give it to Gunther. That's an interesting way to go with it, though. I don't see it kind of happening because I think the Intercontinental Championship, although it would be there on the table for him, is not the belt that Gunther wants to get back. He wants that heavyweight championship.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm sorry, Sticks, real quick.
Yeah.
You have Solo.
He does do that a lot. 88 playmaker.
Whatever.
Bret Hart bitching.
Well, you have Solo, right? Beating Gunther.
Okay.
Right?
No, I don't.
No, wait. You haven't beaten Gunther because of the MFTs. But remember, the Wyatts are around. The Wyatts are going to attack Solo and the MFTs very soon. You know, so think about this. He gets out of the tournament. You know, he loses. You have Jay fight LA Knight. LA Knight defeats Jay. Remember, they fought, and Jay got the best of LA Knight, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, LA Knight beat Jay this time.
Yeah.
You have LA Knight, last man standing. Think about that. That's because at the end of the day, Gunther's already over. You don't need to do anything with Gunther anymore.
So is LA Knight, and if they wanted to give LA Knight a push, why not put the title on him? Why put the title on
LA Knight beats John Cena? You give him the push that pushes LA Knight back into contenders. He beat John Cena. Now he goes and then he fight bigger, better things. He beat Jey Uso, who beat him. He beats LA Knight. He even beats Solo. That's what.
But WWE doesn't want. They don't want to push LA Knight. If they want to push LA Knight, he would have already been world champion.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. You give the shot to
all roads lead to Gunther, because Gunther, they're trying to build. That's why he's got his old music back. He's coming out in the black robe. They want Gunther to be the final boss that The Rock never was. They want Gunther to be that big bad. They're trying to reestablish with the way of the world. They're trying to reestablish that foreign bad guy that the Iron Sheik was in the 80s and 90s. That's what they're trying to do. And you do that with Gunther, and you have him retire Goldberg. You have him retire John Cena. He's the longest reigning champion. Then you're giving him a credible resume to make him feel like he's a formidable opponent for a Brock Lesnar, when normally you would just think Brock Lesnar is going to eat him alive.
Listen, all I know is that it's kind of friggin' lame if all roads lead to freaking Gunther, and Gunther's the one that stands. And you already know. So what's the sense of watching the rest of the damn tournament? Who cares about the tournament? If it's going to be Gunther.
Don't forget, if LA Knight was only one, he's probably got to lose. So there's no way. Remember, since last time never win as champion, he's low ratings.
No, it's true. But dude, think about it. Think about this. I don't want to see Gunther versus Jay 7 times.
I don't want to see it either.
So it's got to be LA Knight has to defeat Jay.
Potentially he will, yeah.
So
we'll worry about the tournament when we talk about it, when Styx talks about it. But let's just focus on right now the task at hand, Dom. Zero in, Dom.
Yes.
Who you got, Styx? You got.
So I had Dominic Mysterio winning. I don't know if I have any interference. I don't see Liv coming back until later on. I mean, maybe here, but and I don't see Judgment Day coming down to help him. They haven't been helping him at all. And if anyone is going to come out, it will be El Grande Americano. That would be my pick too for the interference. Would be El Grande Americano.
I think, but here's what I think. I think Liv comes back here because it starts that feud where they're fight, the tension with Dom, and then you're gonna have Roxanne probably win the Intercontinental Championship off of Maxine Dupree, and that's gonna lead tension to where, Liv's gonna come back and Liv's gonna try and take that Intercontinental Championship off of Roxanne Perez. I think she's coming back for both. BKL Sports.
Yeah.
I think she's coming back for both.
Yeah.
Because she still Instagram posts Dirty Dom's merch. She's still very much social media wise in support of Dirty Dom. So what better way? And it's in his hometown. So what better way to have him go over John Cena than in his hometown with the help of Liv Morgan?
True.
Right. Okay. I don't know if I have her, but I would definitely say El Grande Americano comes out to help Dom. But Dom's winning over Cena in this match. So. All right. Up next is the men's WarGames, Team Cody versus Team Lesnar.
I will put Team Lesnar is going to dominate Cody's team. Team Lesnar wins.
Dom and I have talked about this before.
So we were talking about this before.
I don't think I don't think Jimmy Uso makes it to this match.
Exactly. And I tell him who I said that I think they get.
He thinks it's going to be John Cena.
I think John Cena, even though he loses the Intercontinental Championship to Dirty Dom, he still has some fight left in him, and he goes to try to help Cody.
You think John Cena's going to come out even after his match?
Yeah, I think he's going to come in. He'll come in because
he thinks Cena's old ass is going to pull double duty.
Think the pop that we get if you have John Cena on the team coming out to fight the likes of Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker, and all these guys.
Why? So you can watch Brock Lesnar suplex him fucking 30 times in a cell this time?
But like I said, and I know, and I see him coming out trying to help, but at the same time, Brock's team wins, and I see freaking Roman Reigns going off on everybody.
I don't know if it was you, Dom, or I don't know if it was you, Dom, last week or Matt. The theory last week was a little better when you had Jimmy going down and then having the werewolf come out.
I'm sticking with that. I still think that.
I said that to werewolf because you have a beast of a werewolf, but I don't think he's ready to come back, Jacob Fatu. I don't think he's ready to come back. But I do see the fact is that Jimmy getting taken out will be the mystery on who took him out. But it could be like Brock Lesnar. They beat him up in the back. But you're not going to make Jay heel because Jay he's selling too much merchandise. He's still the Yeet gimmick and the Yeet stuff is still going strong. They're not gonna turn him heel. Who do you think about it? You have two baby faces, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, right? The poster for a friggin' WrestleMania 42. You got him staring at friggin' CM Punk from across the way. I can see CM Punk turning bad in this thing.
A lot of the dirt sheets.
Because think about it. You have two faces that are champions in both brands. Usually you have one heel, one face. You have two good guys with both champions in both brands. That doesn't fly. That's a little off right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, look, I can tell you this.
What if it turns out that Jimmy was the one who attacked Jacob Fatu and took him out? So Jacob Fatu takes Jimmy out, and they don't know that, and that's how. And then they get replaced in the team. There's gonna be there's one more caveat to this match.
Yep.
Because there's gonna be really the only person that makes sense that's weird to be in this match that was just kind of appointed because of his brother is Jimmy. So it makes sense for Jimmy Uso to be taken out and Roman go, well, they got a beast. Let's up the ante and we can get a werewolf.
I'm the one that told you that.
I know. I know, but I agreed with you.
No, you're right. You're right. No, because I was thinking that, but then I was looking at things too. I don't think Jacob's ready. If he is, you know what? That'd be fantastic. But
according to Wrestle Talk, I don't know if you watch Wrestle Talk, but according to Wrestle Talk and some other sites, Jacob Fatu is ready and his expected return at Survivor Series is imminent. So,
he has the feud with Matt McIntyre.
Yes. That's the
So-
other thing that works for him.
Exactly.
Jimmy Uso is the only one in this match that doesn't make sense.
You know what?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with definitely. I'm gonna go with that. We do agree that Jimmy's being taken out either Friday night or on Saturday.
Yes.
We
Yes.
we're definitely with that. Are we also on the same page that Braun Breaker is gonna spear friggin' Brock Lesnar by mistake?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we're with
I
that
believe
too.
I said that last week that Braun is going to spear Brock by mistake, and then Brock is just going to go and F5 everybody.
Everybody. So we're gonna have like you're gonna have the werewolf versus Brock. They're gonna go face to face if that happens. But I still think that the big turn is, I think CM Punk becomes heel.
Don't forget, if Cody Rhodes will turn, he will turn on Punk, but only next year, like WrestleMania. They want to do Punk versus Cody.
Yeah.
And so I don't think Punk turns, I don't think either of them turn heel so much so that I think the outcome of this is either going to lead to two things: Logan Paul challenging Punk for that title, or Braun Breaker challenging Punk for that title, and Braun Breaker taking that title off of Punk. And then I ultimately think WWE wants to do Punk versus Cody at WrestleMania. I think that's ultimately what they want to do. And Elimination Chamber is in Chicago, so Elimination Chamber could be a good place to start.
Another thing too is Roman is another wild card, because I think if they lose, if the faces lose, I think Roman Reigns loses it.
He could,
because his cousin, his cousins, his family, he loses it because he's tired. You got two champions that he's on a team with, that he's eyeing the championship. He's eyeing the championship, and for them to lose, I actually think
he's eyeing both.
Look, who do you think takes the pin? Who's the one that takes the pin to lose for the other faces? The one that gives the heels the win.
Yeah. Oof. I mean, right now, looking at this, if it stays like this, I say Jimmy Uso.
Yeah,
I think Jimmy Uso eats the pin, and it's probably going to be Brock Lesnar or Logan, or it's going to start some bullshit where, Logan Paul is going to maybe Brock F5s them all, and Logan sneaks in and gets the quick 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is going to set up your future storylines moving forward.
Think about it. For it to be really intriguing, the heels have to win this.
I think the heels are 100% winning.
Exactly. So they win.
Yeah.
The good guys have to friggin' pick up the pieces and see where it goes next. And fingers will be pointed. Things will be pointed. Jimmy got beat up. Everybody be going against each other. And that will give that thing where, hey, everybody doesn't like each other. We all know that. You have to work together. But then when the house of cards fall down, they have to pick up the pieces and make tensions even more higher. And like I said, Brock gets friggin' speared. Brock is going to F5 everybody. He's going to F5 his guys, the good guys, the bad guys, the referees, the fucking fans in the crowd. He's going to do every friggin' thing.
Damn.
So, but remember, McIntyre, everybody has history with Brock Lesnar except, McIntyre. Remember, McIntyre is the one that kicked Brock Lesnar out of the.
Right.
So remember that. So he has history. So
Brock, I go back to Brock ain't a team player. Everybody in this match is eating a fucking F5.
Yeah,
everybody's eating one.
Everybody. But I think that the good guys, you're gonna have that betrayal. Somebody is coming with that betrayal in the good guys. The bad guys, we already know what they give. Unless you have Logan Paul turn around and is actually good all along and he helps the good guys win.
I think really Logan Paul eats the pin. If the good guys are going to win, Logan Paul eats the pin. If the bad guys are going to win, Jimmy Fatu or Jimmy Uso eats the pin. But I could see Cody could potentially probably pin Drew McIntyre, but not exactly to pin Brock Lesnar.
I don't think he's going to pin McIntyre. McIntyre can't fucking keep getting pinned and losing all the friggin' time. His story's got to become. He's got to become champion down the road. But I see you might have a crazy Roman Reigns that spears both Cody and friggin' Punk after they lose. If Punk doesn't turn heel or if one of the guys turn heel, you're gonna have some scenario. There's just gonna be we already know what the bad guys bring. That Brock Lesnar's gonna friggin' F5. He's gonna get speared and he's gonna get F5. Everybody, just about everybody. The good guys, somebody's turning heel. Some betrayal on the good guys. Someone's got money in their pocket from Paul Heyman that's on the team. I'm telling you, two good champions you can't have.
I mean,
think about it.
The only one who would have, I don't know. I don't know, man, because they've all been screwed over by Paul Heyman.
Yeah. How about this?
That's what I mean. The common theme here is they've all been screwed over by Paul Heyman.
What about? See, the thing is, Jimmy. You could have Jimmy and friggin' Jay betray Roman, have them team up with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman friggin' gets the Usos to be part of the vision.
I don't see a heel turn coming out of this.
I see someone being a heel in the baby faces. You just gotta look through that. Look, it just
not yet.
Look, Jimmy's gotta get taken out. That's the thing. Because Jimmy doesn't fit in this whole thing. We all said that. So either Friday or Saturday, he's getting taken out in a backstage segment or the beginning of friggin' the Survivor Series. He's out. Right. Or we're not going to know who took him out when they say, we can't. We only have 4 guys, and then you get to return to somebody. But something big is going to happen. Hey, no one talks about Randy Orton either. That Randy Orton can come out and do something, but I don't know what they're doing with Randy Orton.
He was training iShow Speed for something.
Yeah.
I know that, but he said, let's just say if Team Brock will win and Brock will F5 right to division. Brock's F5ing everybody. It's Brock Lesnar.
Remember, Brock.
Everybody's eating it.
Never forgets. Paul Heyman screwed him. He's not going to forget.
Especially if they lose, if the division loses, Brock's F5 in all of them. I think Brock's going to just F5 everybody. I really think there's going to be some kind of communication.
Think if the heels lose,
I think it matters who wins.
They're going to jump. I think they're all going to jump Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I think if you're going to set up, I think you accidentally have Braun Breaker spear Brock Lesnar, and you have Lesnar F5 Braun back to set up a Brock Lesnar versus Braun Breaker match, which everyone wants to see. Cool. Awesome. I get that. I'm down for that. But like I said, I think everyone's eating an F5 in this match.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most intriguing part about this is that you've never seen Brock Lesnar in a WarGames match.
Well, yeah, no, 2003.
He wasn't in a WarGames match.
2003. He was at 5-5. He was with Paul Heyman back in 2003.
I don't think it was WarGames.
Yeah. Well,
I think this is Brock's first WarGames match.
No. Yeah, they didn't have WarGames in 2003 because that was still under WCW.
So it was the traditional 5-5.
Yeah, that's Survivor Series match.
Survivor Series, yeah. So, but he was part of not WarGames, but part of a 5-5 in 2003.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm saying the intriguing part is Brock Lesnar in the WarGames cage.
Yes, that's the intriguing.
He's going to F5 somebody from one ring to the other.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, listen.
Like just the crazy brutality he's going to.
Logan Paul
unleash
is
in
going to
that.
jump off. Logan Paul is going to jump off the top of the ring. Gonna do some crazy
Yeah,
shit.
so even BKL Sports said no, Brock wasn't in War Games, only 5v5 with Team Big Show.
No, it wasn't WarGames. It wasn't WarGames. It was a 5-on-5 traditional. Yeah,
I don't know Seth's timetable. I don't think they would have put if Seth was only going to be out.
He mentioned that he's going to be out until at least Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, if Seth is going to be it, I don't think they would have put the belt on Punk if Seth is only going to be out a few months.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm still sticking with that. I think Jacob Fatu shows up in this match.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get mine in here real quick. So I too have Jimmy getting taken out at some point, either off air segment from that they add into SmackDown, or on the countdown show for Survivor Series tomorrow.
Yep.
At some point, I agree. Rock, Jesus.
Throw another name out there, Sticks. Bronson Reed or Brock Lesnar. Or Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. At some point, he's going to either on purpose or accidentally spear Lesnar. Lesnar's going to put on a shit kicker to kick some shit. And then he's going to end up kind of like your F5 over there. He's got an F5 freaking I'm looking right at his goddamn face. Oh, face.
Logan Paul.
And he's gonna F5 him. Cody's gonna pin him. Then Brock's gonna take out the baby thing.
What if there's one caveat to this we're missing? What's been going on the last couple of weeks? Drew McIntyre was suspended, right?
Yep.
And the only reason he got unsuspended, he's still technically suspended.
Loophole.
The only reason he got
loophole.
a loophole because Paul Heyman put him in the WarGames match. So Paul Heyman told him on Raw, listen, you're in the WarGames advantage match, but if you upset the wrong person, you're donezo. He's just waving this in Nick Aldis's face. What if Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce both say, "All right, Drew, you're suspended," and that's when Drew goes wild and Drew takes out Jimmy Uso because he's the first one that he comes across. Drew takes out Jimmy Uso, and it removes Jimmy Uso, and Drew's removed now. And what if they
just dropped it to 4-4?
Well, no. It'll still be 5-on-5 because Roman can call the werewolf. But then what if that's when Brock's team adds the one person that we've constantly heard about being as part of the vision? Paul Heyman has to quickly find
Austin Theory,
one other person, and they have to replace Drew McIntyre, and they have to find another member for the vision. And insert Austin Theory.
Yeah. We talk about that. You're right.
That's going way down a rabbit hole.
That's up there with that's up there like Nikki Bella winning the belt off of Stephanie Fakir. But that's what's
I think the Drew McIntyre angle's leaning more towards Nick Aldis versus Drew McIntyre at some point.
What if Austin Theory was the one that actually took out Jacob Fatu?
You mean Jimmy Uso?
No, the one that took out Jason Fatu.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
To try to bring him back with more of a menacing edge. That. Because look, what if I know that friggin' Randy Orton is filming something, but he still could be a factor in this. you know, he could be the heel that freaking comes out there and freaking goddamn makes Cody's team lose, you know. But I don't know. That actually that's an intriguing thing too. That you get both. You get Jimmy Uso, Jimmy and freaking McIntyre both take it off their each teams, individual teams, and add two.
I like that actually.
Because
That's actually
remember,
really good.
Paul
That actually-
Heyman said nothing on WWE TV happens for no reason.
Right.
So they're
Right.
playing this
Always a
Drew
seed.
McIntyre suspension angle, and yet he's somehow suspended, but yet still getting paid. He's still competing, and they're just finding loophole after loophole after loophole to wave this in Nick Aldis's face.
Mm.
At some point, it's going to boil over. Whether it's a Nick Aldis versus Drew McIntyre
Well,
match,
could that be?
or-
Can we find out
Oh.
Friday night? Even though it's taped, maybe it happens at backstage segment.
So let's take it. Let's tweak it just a little bit and say that in a backstage segment, Jimmy Uso gets into the face of Drew McIntyre.
6 reasons.
Oh my god!
After the whole thing, Jimmy gets in Drew's face in a backstage segment that'll be aired with SmackDown. They causes them to have a brawl in the back. Jimmy is taken out, but then, like I said, all this they will resuspend Drew and get him off that team.
Well, listen, who's to say that Drew doesn't get taken out by Jacob Fatu?
That's a good possibility too.
I mean,
You know,
And
Gets taken out by
anything's a
Jacob
possibility at
Fatu,
this point.
and then you could have maybe Jimmy doesn't get taken out, right? Maybe Jimmy doesn't get taken out. You take out McIntyre, and you put in Austin Theory.
they
That
could do
could be a
that too.
possibility too.
Um,
Oh.
yeah, Brother BKL Sports Entertainment Show says Drew McIntyre's suspension is indefinite. Remember that. I think, I don't know, the more we talk about it, I wouldn't be surprised if there is something that was shot for SmackDown that they weren't shown. That crowd wasn't shown because WWE knows
Thank you.
the results were going to get out.
Yep.
So if there's going to be, I think
Absolutely.
there's going to be a twist to this, and to just the kind of the way WWE's handled this match, with 2 weeks in a row, we get confrontation between these teams after the show goes off the air.
Yep.
You got the confrontation at Madison Square Garden with the fofos, the fake popos coming out.
Yep.
And then you got the confrontation this week where it ends right as both teams are getting ready to throw down with each other.
Yeah.
Right after Brock Lesnar slips and falls.
Yep. Yeah, that was funny.
He was taken out by John Cena.
Yeah, I like
Yes,
that's
we-
my favorite theory is that he was suplexed by John Cena.
So what about the freaking Sub-Zero? Freaking got him.
The Sub-Zero one's good too.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just got to make that plea to Netflix. Is like, come on, man. If WWE
What-
shouldn't have a hard stop time, so why can't you let it go a little bit longer to let us see the action? Why
You see, and
stop?
that's the thing too.
right
They
there?
even said that if it goes a little bit longer, if there's things, you can go a little bit longer. Stop
Yeah.
at the end credits. Stop with the thing that you're going off the air. All of a sudden, you have that, and then you go off the air after. You know,
Right. It's just
Brock Lesnar reminded me of Shockmaster.
yeah, the guy with the freaking the stormtrooper helmet. Remember? I sent you
Yeah.
that thing. I sent it to you. Him and him
Yeah, I
going into it together. He falls and he went to the brick wall. He fell.
I mean, Titus
I keep
O'Neil's got to be
fucking
thinking
freezing.
his like his stars because everyone's pretty much forgot about his blunder at the greatest Royal Rumble.
Yep. You know,
do you think they would change? Do you think they would change of a match after the fact? Like record it one way, but have it shown on TV another. You think they would do that?
A match, no. A backstage segment, yes.
because they added. Remember, they added the extra backstage when Cody fought The Rock, and when Cody got beat up by Kevin Owens. Backstage stuff that was after.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
So they could do anything with the backstage stuff. The backstage stuff is very important, key.
Well, like when Logan Paul was going to face John Cena, and Nick Aldis came out and said Brock Lesnar. I heard from Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman beat him down. They filmed two different versions of that. So the live audience and the live crowd saw it one way, and then when they did the replay of the taping, it was completely different.
Yeah.
So they could, and I think that's to draw excitement. Like they're gonna give us something, I think, for this match that crowd that they don't want spoiled, and that crowd wasn't shown.
That's why I think another match could be possibly made. Jay Cargill could be in the card.
Potentially.
Could be. Well, we'll see. But anyway, should be. Listen, Survivor Series has to go out with a bang. You know, you have 4 matches. As of now, 4 matches. And something big has to brew when it comes to this. Something.
For a fifth match, you're saying?
Yeah. For a 5th match, or just in general, the end.
They want these
war games has to end in a bang with a shock and awe. Like, oh my god, wow! I didn't expect that. That's what it has to end. It has to. It doesn't necessarily go into, but for it to really take off, it has to have some kind of a climax like that. For it to really make a big impact.
If members get taken out, like Logan Paul makes sense to me, and Jimmy Uso makes sense to me to be booted off these teams. So, especially since Logan Paul was already left to the Wolves and got beat down on Monday.
You can turn around and say, "Fuck you! I don't want to be in this anymore."
Yeah,
could be. So,
but
yeah, and he's not completely like wanting to be on the team. I don't think, because in that one segment he's like, "It's going to be Braun Breaker versus."
Yeah, Braun Breaker and Drew McIntyre, Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre, and even Paul Heyman was like, "Don't don't let Braun ever catch you with his name in your mouth."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Pat McAfee comes out to join the babyface team to do another WarGames match.
Could be someone in a turkey suit.
Yeah.
The Galloping Gobbler.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't forget to put Pete's picks when you do it.
Pete's picks. Just so it's legit here, we don't have to worry about sticks math. Pete says Cena retains to defend against Gunther next match. Stephanie loses via some shenanigans to Nikki. The women's WarGames team Becky wins, and the men's WarGames team Brock wins. So Pete has gone completely the opposite way of.
Well, he did say Stephanie loses, like I said.
Yeah, most of us.
Yeah.
But. All right, well, tune in next week to see how we did with our predictions on Survivor Series WarGames. What else? You got some last time is now tournament stuff sticks?
Yeah. Bring that back up. So you definitely put me to the screws last week when you go, oh, let's hope he gets to reshuffle, and I definitely had to reshuffle a little bit, so that some of the stuff that we talked about last week kind of became null and void. So, we had from SmackDown that Penta beat went past Finn Balor. Matt and I picked Penta, and Dom had Finn. Not a horrible match, not a super really great match either, but was what it was, I guess.
I was waiting for Dom to lie and be like, whoa! I didn't pick Finn. I didn't pick Finn.
Yeah.
I do this from time to time. All right. And then we had
I picked Carmelo Hayes.
Yep. Kamala Hayes, advanced pass, Bronson Reed. Shocking the world. Shock the world.
I told you. But now it's Solo versus Gunther, but it's, I don't know.
Yeah. That was a good match. I enjoyed this match because just for the fact of I didn't think
Sticks' internet could get any worse, but I was wrong.
Damn.
My internet's horrible tonight. All right, now we get into the quarterfinal matchups here. So we all have, we had Gunther versus Carmelo. We all had Gunther going over. Whoever came out of that match, we had Gunther winning. It didn't matter. So. And then we had Solo Sikoa versus Penta. We all took Solo. And then, of course, Penta got injured anyway, so they stopped the match. So who knows which way that would have gone. They say Solo would have won anyway.
With Solo with the fan. He cursed at the fan. The fan said something.
Yeah, I saw it.
What confrontation with Solo? What?
He had a confrontation with a fan in the audience.
In the audience, when Penta got up and got mad and slammed the thing, the fan said something, and then Solo cursed at the fan. You know, something like that. I think he said something. Oh fuck! He said something. He said something that was unprofessional because the guy got hurt and I think Solo defended. Penta. Solo was upset at the fan for chiping at Penta getting hurt.
Penta.
Or something like that.
Maybe thinking it was a work.
No, maybe you said something. I guess something, and Solo didn't like what he said to Penta. So something like that.
Okay. Well, hey. At that point, it doesn't matter if you're good or bad. You're still. I have no problem with him defending his professionalism. You know.
Yeah. If that's the case, if that's what really happened, I'm saying that because the thing about it. Hey, listen, BKL Sports Entertainment. Listen, they did, but now they're not going to happen. It's not going to happen because he's hurt.
Brother BK. Yeah, that puts a wrench in the Lucha Brothers comeback in AAA. So that was happen at the next.
There's another Lucha brother out there, Juan Cena.
What?
John Cena might be retiring, but Juan Cena.
There you go. All right. So which brings us to.
Oh, look! You already spoiled it, you sons of bitches.
Yeah, well, it's already out there. But
all the people
we're not around.
Maybe other people didn't watch the spoilers.
This is the only one I know. This is the only one I had heard. From SmackDown. This is the only SmackDown.
How did he wiggle his way back to be in the match again? He lost.
Because he's the only one, from what I understand, he was the only one available because it was last minute. And it was because it was the same show.
That's absurd, man. You couldn't get Trick Williams?
I'm sure there had been someone.
It was the same. It was pre-taped, so you couldn't get somebody flown in time.
I know.
Right.
Which they could have done it on Raw, too. They didn't have to do it.
They could have changed it and moved it to Raw, yep. But
yeah, so that's the one. That's the only spoiler you're getting out of me because then it's.
You know what? Jay is gonna win. Jay is gonna win, and he's gonna fight LA Knight, right?
I hope not.
Probably.
I hope Rusev wins this.
If we're barreling towards another Jey Uso Gunther match,
I don't think it's going to happen.
He's gonna win.
No, I actually think it's going to be Gunther versus LA Knight. That's going to be the final. Gunther versus LA Knight. That's going to be the match, the final match before Gunther fights John Cena. It's going to be those two.
I hope that WWE.
The two guys had never fought Cena on a singles match. So there you go.
Right, out of the whole group, yeah, they are the only two. Yeah, if we get to that point and LA goes, tease us all you want. Oh, Jey Uso's gonna fight Gunther again. Nope, LA Knight will take him out.
First things first, we're gonna have Solo fighting Gunther. So Solo's fighting Gunther next week, and his fight is gonna be Gunther versus Jay. It's going to be LA Knight versus Jay.
So we all agree Jay's winning this one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I want to see Rusev win.
I would like to see Rusev win. So imagine Rusev versus
Gunther.
It'll be Gunther.
I don't think WWE is gonna do Jay versus Gunther again. I'm gonna go with Rusev just for that fact that I don't want to see.
Because if Jay wins, it's gonna be Jay versus freaking LA Knight.
No, there's a bracket. Like, do you have the bracket stick?
No, Solo is gonna lose to Gunther.
Yeah, I've got the bracket. A couple slides up here.
All right. Solo's gonna lose to Gunther. Jay is gonna win, and LA Knight is gonna fight the. Wait, how many people are left in the bracket?
Let's get to that last one here. Your semifinal matchup, which is Gunther versus Solo.
Gunther.
Even with the MFTs, Gunther's going to beat the MFTs and have a problem with the MFTs.
Even if they come out, yeah, he's going to...
Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, Jey Uso wins.
Yeah.
So,
Jey Uso.
And then whoever comes out of the next match there.
So we're gonna have Jey Uso versus LA Knight. Listen, you're gonna have Jey Uso versus LA Knight, and because you already spoiled that one, so we know the Miz got 2. So Jey Uso versus LA Knight round 1, or for the finals, and Solo Sikoa versus Gunther. Gunther's picking up the win there.
Gunther versus LA Knight.
LA Knight, yeah. Fun. I'll go with that. That's the match I want to see. Gunther versus LA Knight. I don't want to see Gunther versus Jey Uso again.
Yeah. So you're going to get that. That's going to be a match.
Yep. Agreed. Okay. Gunther versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
At the end. And
John, I can see you, John. I can see you.
Yep. That's where we stop. Oh, there you go. That whole I'm gonna gripe really quick because the whole bracket BS. I mean, yes, I did my best on those brackets, but without having something from WWE, you just didn't know which way was going where.
They have effectively dropped the ball with this. Last time is now tournament bull crap. But
I know they have to watch like March Madness. They should know how a tournament goes,
right?
You pull your players, you put them on the bracket, and then you go from there. That's part of the excitement of filling out brackets, not guessing who's going against who. Everyone goes through the brackets to fill out and make sure Duke loses. They never do, but.
So speaking of Seth Rollins, on his podcast with Bert Kreischer, the same one that he did with Becky Lynch, on the Something's Burning podcast, Rollins offered an update on his recovery and timeline. He said, once I get the sling off, which is in likelihood another month, then it might be full vacation mode for a little while before I lock in and have to start training to get ready to come back. When asked about his recovery process, he stated, I'll probably be gradual. I don't even really know, My guess is 8 to 12 weeks of, okay, now I have to stop eating like an asshole, probably 12 weeks. And then we'll be moving right into WrestleMania season. I'm hoping around February, after all the holiday stuff, I can start to be like, lock in, no more BS. Becky Lynch's Rollins' wife appeared to question his February target, prompting Rollins to clarify probably after the Super Bowl and stuff. Give myself a month before I come back. I don't even know. They say 6 months, so this could be April. So there you go.
So there you go. April, maybe. But then again, they could be lying.
Yes, they could. But all right. That's it. That's all we got. Sticks, Dom, you guys got anything else you want to touch on tonight before we get out of here?
No, nothing. Nothing. Just looking forward to this Survivor Series match.
Sticks, you got anything you want to tell you before we get out of here?
No. The one thing I will say is that they need to WWE needs to get their shit together.
Thank you, brother BK.
And fix it for the new year. Get rid of a lot of these PLEs. Cut it back down to, once a month at least, not every 2 weeks, please. That's all I'm gonna ask for. That's my Christmas present from WWE. That's what I want from them.
You want to do your tiny Tim? God bless us all, everyone.
Yeah, God bless us, everyone.
Everyone. I'm with you, Sticks, man. Some of the pay-per-views, get rid of maybe so I interact in some of the pay-per-views together, fusing them together, so they you could have, because when Survivor Series, 4 matches. That's it. 4 matches.
4.
Got to give those WarGames matches time to cook.
I know, but still don't get it. But
they barely put them in the pot. You gotta let them cook.
I don't know, man.
Gotta let them boil over, burn that water, I guess. I don't know.
Exactly.
But all right, that'll do it for this week's episode of Off the Mat. Thank you so much for everyone in the chat hanging out. If you want more from Sticks, you can catch him every Tuesday night on his channel doing his Doctor Who Rewind. You can also check him out on Render Vision. You can find the link to them down below. Every Friday night on the Qualified, along with Dom. Are you boys doing a Qualified Friday night?
I think so. We didn't do one last week, so I think we are. So I've been out for the last 2 weeks. So I need my triumphant return tomorrow night, Friday night.
There you go. You can catch me and Sticks doing our thing on Saturday nights on Saturday Night Special. You can catch Dom over on Renovision as well on Sundays on the Star Wars show. And you can catch me right here on Episode Geek all throughout the week through all my videos. Thank you again to BK Sports Entertainment Show for hanging out in the chat. Thank you to Zaggy for stopping in. 88 Playmaker. There were some others there. If I forgot you, I'm sorry. Christina
dropped in.
Ron Cuddler.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out, checking us out. I hope you guys have a great and safe Thanksgiving if you're in the States. Enjoy the holiday weekend. Get out there, and hopefully Black Friday ain't too crazy for you. But on that note, Dom, take us out with some words of wisdom.
Sure. I got
that is not cheat on your wife as long as you don't get caught.
No, that was just a joke. Never do that. My one thing is don't eat too much turkey, because remember, too much turkey, fall asleep. You don't want that happening. You want to be wide awake.
Tryptophan.
Yeah, the tryptophan knocks you out. So try to keep it low with the turkey. You can have other stuff too. Eat a lot more. Have a lot of pumpkin pie, which pumpkin pie is really good at that time, and cranberry sauce. The second thing is, let that be a warning to all the people that do not wear protective shoes that slip. Brock Lesnar should be an example of not wearing those protective shoes on slippery surfaces. So go out there and buy those shoes that actually do not slip. I wear them at work. Safety tip of the day. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Dom wants you all to be OSHA safe certified.
Yes.
Have a great night. Enjoy Survivor Series. We'll see you guys right back here next Thursday night, 9 p.m. Pacific or 9 p.m. Eastern time, as we go over all of the week's professional wrestling. Good night.
It's Inside the ring, the lights go down. Roaring crowd, they scream and shout. Chants echo, shaking the ground. Warriors clash, the game is found.